that was an epic sports day. Postseason baseball was off its rocker, drunk. Cleveland, the Guardians, and Tampa Bay Rays getting started with the most epic pitching duel I've ever seen. The longest postseason game in history to go scoreless, 15, until Oscar Gonzalez became the fourth rookie with a walk-off homer in postseason history. Love the SpongeBob SquarePants for everybody in Cleveland. One bad pitch from Corey Kluber. The pitching staffs were insanely phenomenal. Bajillion strikeouts. Tristan McKenzie and Tyler Glasnow did their thing, and so did both bullpens. It just came down to the Rays were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position, and one bad pitch from former Cleveland great Corey Kluber, and Cleveland is going to get their best shot against the Yankees. They're going to have some tired arms, so we'll see how that plays out, but it was literally one pitch here, one pitch there. It could have gone the other way, but congratulations to Cleveland there. And then you've got Seattle, there's something in the water. Admittedly, I turned some football on after it was 8-1, but then when it started getting wonky, again, after Teoscar Hernandez had 2 homers off former Toronto Blue Jay, Robbie Ray, Danny Jansen had a big day, Alejandro Kirk had a big day. Wildness and walks helped Toronto build the lead, but the sequence that I question the most from Toronto's perspective is Kevin Gausman, bases loaded, up 8-1 in the 5th. You let him get 2 outs, and then you go to Meza, which admittedly I do not watch Toronto or Seattle religiously. Obviously, I just don't get to see him very much, but Gausman had 95 pitches, was on the brink of getting out of a huge jam, still up 7, and he only had 95 pitches in that devastating splitter that had Seattle a little betwixt and between today. And then you go to Meza, promptly spikes a fastball for a wild pitch on the first pitch, and then bringing in Meza, obviously you got the 3-batter minimum, flips Carlos Santana to his better side, and what does he do? Promptly hits a 3-run bomb to make it 8-5, and Seattle's breathing life after really bad wildness from Paul Sewald, and Castillo gifted some stuff to Toronto, and then they were able to settle it in, even though they gave up an extra run in the bottom of the 6th. But in the 8th, it started getting wild again. Anthony Bass struggled mightily. You bring in Romano, your closer, to try to put a tourniquet on it. There was just great at-bats up and down the lineup from Seattle. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a fly ball into the Bermuda Triangle, and a nasty collision between Bo Bichette and George Springer allowed 3 runs to score. First pitch swinging, love the aggressiveness there. It was a pop-up Rogers Center double. Just in no man's land. It was going to be a really tough catch no matter what, and it found green turf, and with everybody running, tied it. And then Adam Frazier, after the big dumper, another huge hit. Cal Raleigh, a double to lead off with 1 out in the 9th on a 96 fastball from Romano, who had to be running out of gas as their closer. Not used to a couple of innings, and then Frazier double to make it 10-9. And then George Kirby, the rookie sensation starter from Elon, did walk a batter, but got Raimel Tapia to fly out to end the madness after a big-time shot to J.P. Crawford to start the inning, and 109 point something off the bat. So Seattle's been hanging their hat on defense, and that was really, really huge. This is a devastating loss to Toronto, but I think you gotta trust your starter a little more there, especially if you allow them to get 2 outs first, and you can't let Seattle get momentum or get hope, because there is something insane about Seattle right now. They were 10 games under 500 at one point, 14-game winning streak, and now they're meeting the Astros in the ALDS. So, and then the other two, the Mets stave off elimination 7-3 over the Padres. Jacob deGrom, very, very solid. 6 innings. Francisco Lindor got him on the board first, 1-0. Trent Grisham doing his best Dansby Swanson and Matt Olson impression, homering off both Scherzer and deGrom to make it 1-1. Brandon Nimmo was a super pest. I believe he had 3 hits, at least reached base 3 times, an RBI single to make it 2-1, and then Jurickson Profar RBI single to make it 2-2 in the 5th, but deGrom was able to strike out Soto and Machado to strand the 1st and 3rd and keep it to 2-2. And then Pete Alonso got a cutter and did not miss it, 3-2. And honestly, the Padres were lucky to continue to be in this game in the middle innings, because Blake Snell walked 6. They walked a postseason record 9, and that's just not an easy way to live. And then you got a big 5-run 7th inning, a lot of walks, a big bases clearing double by the Flying Squirrel batting champ Jeff McNeil, the toughest out, in my opinion, in the Mets lineup. Edwin Diaz came in the 7th, but with the Mets busting it open, he only threw 26 pitches, so should be good for tomorrow. But credit San Diego, they had really good at-bats and ended up having the tying run at the plate in Josh Bell. 7-3. Josh Bell ended up grounding out, but they had really solid at-bats up and down the lineup, so that should give them confidence with Joe Musgrove going tomorrow, Chris Bassett going for the Mets, and then for the Braves, we will be facing the Phillies, who shut out the Cardinals 2-0. Bryce Harper solo jack and a Kyle Schwarber sacrifice fly. Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt going 1 for 16 combined was not the formula. Aaron Nola 6 2/3 scoreless, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, really good stuff. Nola and Wheeler are a devastating combo when they are on, and Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt both struck out against Sir Anthony Dominguez with 1st and 2nd, 1 out in the 8th. They did have 1st and 3rd, 2 outs in the 9th, but a pop-out ended the St. Louis Cardinals' dream, so it is division foe versus division foe. There are no secrets between the Braves and the Phillies, so it's going to be mano-a-mano. Whoever pitches and plays better is going to win. The mark of great postseason baseball was today. Absolutely incredible stuff. Heart-pounding, heart-stopping stuff. Congratulations, Seattle. Congratulations, Phillies, even though I kind of hate to say it, but don't really like the Cardinals either. So, nicely done there. And congratulations to the Mets staving off elimination, and cheers for another day. We'll see what happens. It's going to be epic. Postseason baseball, there's nothing better. Absolutely incredible. Hope I covered it all. Hope I got all the big moments. This has been an awesome day of sports overall. As always, go Braves, champions forever. Phillies it is.